behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview is coming up shortly. But before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe buttons and bell buttons if you haven't done that yet. You're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you pay attention to the description part and closing credits at the end of this program, you'll have contact info for you. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for the second time on our show, we have Laurie Lace. She's updating us on some things since last time, and I think it's been about a year since she was last on the show. So I know you'll want to stay tuned for that, and we'll get to that in a second. But as always, here's a quick word from the King Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us again for the second time on our show from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, we have Laurie Lace. Thanks for coming back on the show, Laurie.
Well, thanks for having me, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. So why don't you tell us a few things that's happened since you were on the show last time? I think it was about a year ago. I think you were on the show last.
Yep, it was about a year ago. I had released Bad Thing. So I have an update on a release called A Sure Thing. The video is out now. It's on all platforms. And you can pick it up on iTunes. It's doing very well. It's been a fun song. It was written by Todd Walls out of where is he? Colorado. He's in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He contacted me and he said, I wrote a song that I've had for a while and I've been trying to get it to you. And he said, I'm finally able to get it to you. And he said, I got past all your little people and I hope you like it. And I absolutely loved it. It was great. It was a fun song to do. And I hope everybody is enjoying it.
Okay. And of course, we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Are you getting out there doing any shows right now currently? Maybe you want to tell everybody about that?
I would love to, but believe it or not, in the summertime, it's kind of really hard for me because I also have a regular job, and that's when they need me the most is during the summer. But my husband and I, Dan Dennis, we are absolutely hoping to get some things going during the off season. That's usually the best time for us. So I'm not going to make up anything and say, oh yeah, I got this going on and that going on. Right now, I don't have any shows whatsoever. Just surviving and getting music out there. We just, all the money that's coming in, we're turning around and putting into music and putting it back out there. I've got another song that's coming out that we wrote, and it's going to be in July. I've got a military song that's going to be coming out. And then I have a brand new Christmas song that's coming out. So we're just getting our videos in the works, getting all our ducks in a row and trying to get everything ready.
Okay. Well, I guess if you ever are ready for concerts and things like that, I'm sure you have like a website and social media and stuff. Maybe you can remind everybody how to go there again.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Lemon8. There's so many different ones out there now. You know, I'm not 20. I can't keep up with all the different social media sites that are out there. But there's so many out there. And then, of course, definitely iTunes, Apple Music, all that good stuff is out there. So, you know, what's been kind of hard out here in South Carolina is, you know, you can find a lot of people that play music, but nobody that's going to travel. Nobody wants to go from city to city to city. There's a lot of local music here that we don't have any trouble dealing with. But putting together a traveling band right now, it just seems almost impossible. It's you know, everybody has regular jobs now, so it's really hindered things.
Okay, well, everybody just go to your favorite social media site and look up Laurie Lace. I know she would love you for that. And
how have you been doing though? What do you got going on?
Well, about the same I've always done.
Well, I know it's hard to get on your shows, so you're super booked.
Well, I appreciate that, Laurie. You know, I hear that all the time, and you made my day, so I appreciate the feedback there. Um, just a moment ago, you mentioned a sure thing. Is there a story behind this song? Maybe you want to elaborate on a little bit. Let everybody know what it's about.
Well, the song is about technically it is about a woman who is reflecting on her relationships. She starts from in high school where she was the in thing. She was dating the high school quarterback, and she was but she didn't become prom queen, and so of course they break up, and then she dates another guy and that doesn't work out, and she dates another guy and that doesn't work out. And so really what she's saying is she's thinking back on her life and going, it doesn't matter if you got a ring or not. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Mhm.
And that's really what it's about. So the video was a lot of fun. Jeremy, our videographer who put it together, he was like, let's have like a reflection video. And I'm like, what is a reflection video? And he said, it's you kind of with your thoughts where you are, talking to nobody and you're just singing your song and reflecting on your life and having a big laugh about it. And I'm like, okay. So we spent some time in my car driving around, shooting some video, and it was a lot of fun. They did, I have a car that I absolutely love. So when he started putting cameras stuck to the outside, my first thought was, oh my gosh, the paint on my car. And he was like, trust me, it's not going to hurt the paint on your car. And thank goodness it didn't. But if you're in the Myrtle Beach area and you want to hook up myself or Dan, and you need a videographer, we totally have one we can recommend. He's wonderful.
Okay, well, take the advice of Laurie there. If you want a video, just contact her on, like I said, on Facebook, and I'm sure she can get you set up, like she said, and I know you would love it there. And we're getting ready to go to that song in just a minute there, but Laurie, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. Come back anytime you want to come back.
Well, I appreciate that. And, also if anybody's out there and y'all wanting to know, we have a show that airs every Friday night or Friday afternoon, 6 p.m. Eastern, called the Squeeze Box. It's on KPHR. If you like to listen to classic rock, come on down and listen to my show.
All right. All right, do that, and I know she would love you for that as well. So let's get right to the song, A Sure Thing by Laurie Lace. It begins right now.
I was in high school, I was gonna get married to the perfect guy. When he became homecoming king, he told me goodbye. That's the story of my life, 'cause I didn't become the queen. Just because you got a ring don't make it a sure thing. Yeah, I'm a lonely girl in the middle of a dry spell. Every boy come knocking gonna put me through hell. Mama always said don't ever say never. Every boy says he'll love you forever. Cause you got a ring, don't make it a short thing. I was on the treadmill dripping wet. He was lifting weights. He took my heart and we went on a whole lot of days. And he became a girl, well that changed everything. Just because you got a ring don't make it a sure thing.